Hello, I'm Agnes Wu, and you are watching MediaPlex Live at 1. QB Local 30 to 58 have ratified at 3 years tentative agreement with education workers till Thursday night. Over 18% of new education assistant and early childhood educators vote in favor of the deal of the Chicago Roll Club.
Nobody ever wants to strike, but it was important to fight for services for students. And those are the services that we provide because we're support workers. So we are your EAs, your ECEs, your CYWs, your speech and language pathologists, your psychometrists, your psychologists, your custodians, your maintenance. You know, we are the ones that sort of work behind the scenes and keep everything moving in the right direction.
According to early figures from Elections Canada, a record 4,700,000 Canadians have voted at advance polls. This is a 29% increase in advance poll voting from the latest federal election in 2015. It takes many behind-the-scenes workers to turn a federal election. What do they do? Bert Burchard found out.
With the federal election less than 72 hours away, Election Canada is hard at work behind the scenes. Thomas Lynn knows this better than anyone. Lynn is back for his third term as a returning officer for Windsor West. He's responsible for many areas, including hiring people, doing background checks, and even correcting mistakes on the electoral list. There's still work to be done, and Lynn says preparing for a federal election makes him lose sleep.
But hiring the people is significant, and we have to hire about 800 people, and there's a lot that have to drop out.
Réjean Grenier is one of Ontario's regional media advisors for Election Canada. He said the election workers are vital for running a smooth election.
We would be looking at not having an election. Pretty simple. It's like in anything else, you know. I mean, what would happen if a store didn't have employees?
This federal election has already seen a record turnout at advance voting. Lynn believes technology can further streamline the voting process for future elections. Election polls across Canada will be open on Monday, October 21st from 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For MediaPlex News, I'm Bert Bouchard.
Windsor's team may need to add more lawyers this winter, but it's not to conduct cold weather, Tyler Stein reports.
The layering is connected to a dramatic increase in vehicle thefts in Windsor. According to crimereports.com, there have been 80 incidents of vehicle theft in Windsor in the last 2 weeks. These crimes are occurring mostly during the day and concentrated in the downtown area. Even Mayor Drew Dilkins was a victim of vehicle theft earlier this year, posting footage of a home security camera on social media. Public Information Officer Sergeant Steve Betterich stated the importance of increasing layers of protection, such as locking doors and taking belongings out of the vehicle or keeping them hidden.
If there's something in there of value, bring it into the residence, and if it had to be in the vehicle, out of sight.
In the case of Windsorite Ashley Lennox, one of her car doors was accidentally left unlocked. She was woken in the early morning by her neighbor yelling at a thief in her car.
And I noticed one of the little garbage bags was ripped apart. They'd thrown it all through the car, made a disaster.
As part of the Lock It or Lose It campaign, police advise parking in brightly lit areas and keeping important items with you. For MediaPlex News, I'm Tyler Stein.
There are many untold stories about Windsor's history. Ryan Percy tells us more.
A night at the Art Speak Art Gallery in Walkerville saw local residents come together and celebrate the unique histories of Windsor's Black community. The Remembering Hidden Histories event looked into methods for researching lesser-known historical stories in Windsor, Essex. Artist T.J. Travis traced his family tree to a self-freed slave in Virginia and followed his roots back to Windsor.
Well, it started with my grandmother on my father's side. She had pretty severe Alzheimer's for as long as I'd known her. You know, so a lot of the stories that a grandmother would pass down to her grandchildren, I didn't get them in a direct way.
The event helped unite community members and shine light on the challenges of gathering information about underrepresented cultures in the city. For MediaPlex News, I'm Ryan Percy.
I'm Agnes Wu, MediaPlex Live at 1.